welcome back to Miss B Makes It Easier, and as promised, I have produced a Quizlet based on the previous chapters we would have done in chemistry. And this is just to help you to stay along with the course and, just keep your brain fit with chemistry, right? Maybe that's not the way I'm supposed to say it, but just keep you going. Keeps you going, keeps you on the right path. So let's get started. I have 10 questions here for you, all pertaining to all the topics that we would have done previously, and let's see if you can answer them. So, I'm going to ask the questions, and I'm going to give you time to answer them, and then when I'm done, I'm going to reveal the answers to you. Sounds like a plan? Most definitely. So let's go. Get your pens, get your papers out, get your pencils, get whatever writing device you have out, and let's get started. Alright, you should have everything now. Oh, Sarah is not ready yet. Malika is not ready yet. Ready now? Yes, let's go. So number 1 asks, which one of the following is an element? Option A, H2O. Option B, CO2. Option C, O3. And option D, H2S. So from these 4 suggestions, you're going to pick one that makes sense. Now this question, you have to remember what an element is for you to know to pick the right answer. So you have to know what an element is so that you'll be able to pick the right answer. So just go back in your memory, go back in your notes if you want to. It's not like it's a real test, it's just making sure you have things on par. If you don't go back in your notes and you get this correct, that means you've been following. Good job. Alright, question number 2. Sublimation is A, solid to a gas, B, solid to liquid, C, liquid transitioning to a gas, and D, gas transitioning into a liquid. So pick the best transition that represents sublimation. Good. 3. All of the following are diatomic molecules except. Now except is in bold letters, and it is also in caption, in large letters. So all of them are diatomic except one. So in this question is easy. Why? Because a lot of them look the same except one. So even if you didn't know how to answer this question, you pick the one that stands out. You pick the one that is different. So you have option A, O2, option B, Ne, option C, F2, option D, I2. Picked it? Great. Alright, 4. Which of the following is a colloid? Salty water, B, jelly water, C, carbonated beverage, D, sand in water. Pick the best option. Great. Bronze is an alloy, which is a mixture of copper and tin, and it is A, suspension, B, a solution, C, a colloid, and D, an emulsion. Pick the best answer. Great. Moving along. Alright. Filtration can be used to separate the components of a solution, that's A, a suspension, that's B, a colloid, C, or D, a gel. Pick your best option. And pretty much this is how I test my kids. Like after about 3 chapters in, and would have been going good, I'll give them a quiz that match the chapters. And this is all I'm asking. Alright, 7, and this is a really good way of, just like I said before, if you would have not listened to me earlier, but you scroll through the video, this is a good way of staying on track, not forgetting what you would have learned earlier. Alright, so all of the following ions are cations except, now again this is another easy question. If you don't remember what a cation is, look for the most different answer, because all must be the same except one, right? And so you have sodium plus, calcium 2 plus, lithium plus, and you have chlorine minus. So pick the one that is not a cation. You done? You already did it? You done do it? Good. Alright, so 8. Which of the following represents a polyatomic ion? Alright? So this didn't use the word except, but as you can see, all are the same except one. And you could just pick out the one that stands out again. So is it A, which is the ammonium cation? Is it B, which is the fluoride anion? Is it C, which is the oxide anion? Or is it D, the nitrite anion? Nitride anion. Great. Already picked it? Good. 9. When a gas transitions into a liquid, it is A, melting, B, evaporating, C, condensing, and D, freezing. Pick the correct answer. Pick the one that makes sense to ya. And 10. Air is a fluid made up of many different types of gases. Which gas has the greatest composition in air? Is it A, oxygen, B, neon, C, carbon dioxide, or D, nitrogen? Great. Pick the answer. Great. Alright, make sure you've answered all. Make sure you've answered 1 through 10. So here are the questions again. You can look through. Give me a minute or two. Make sure you have a letter beside every number. That's another thing. When you're doing multiple choice, never leave a blank space. Even if you don't know the answer, make an intelligent guess or just guess. Pick something. It might be the correct answer. Never leave a space blank because the answer is in there. You might just pick the correct one. Don't ever leave a space blank whenever you're doing multiple choice. Okay, so now I'm going to have to come out of my display and I'm going to give you the answers. Be ready. Be honest with yourself. If you get 5 and up, so if you get between the numbers of 5 to 10, that means you're well on your way. If you get numbers between 0 to 4, that means you have to go and look at the videos again to get you on track. So let's go. So it says here, which one of the following is an element? All of these have different atoms in them, which means that these are all compounds. This has the same atoms of oxygen. So oxygen is the element. So oxygen O3, this is known as ozone, is an element. Sublimation. We know that sublimation is a transition between a solid going directly into a gas or a gas going right directly back into a solid without becoming a liquid. And so A is our answer because that says solid to gas. Everything else, solid to liquid, that's a no. Liquid to gas, no. Gas to liquid, no. Now 3, all of the following are diatomic molecules except everyone here has a 2 to the right, the lower right hand side of them. So all of them are the same except neon. Neon is a monatomic molecule, gas molecule that exists in the air. So that's the answer right there. Which of the following is a colloid? A, C, and D are all solutions. The only colloid here is jelly, which is a gel. And this is either you know it or you don't know it type of question. So you need to read up on that. Bronze is an alloy, which is a mixture of copper and tin. And it is not a suspension. It is not a colloid and it's not an emulsion. It is, in fact, a solution. So a mixture of metals. And you can't even tell what's in there. But you know to make bronze, you need copper and tin. I'm moving on to number 6. Filtration can be used to separate the components of a suspension. Correct. So if you have B, you are correct. Give yourself a round of applause. Alright. All of the following ions are cations except, which one looks different? The only one that's negative is an anion. Anything that has a negative sign is an anion. Which of the following represents a polyatomic ion? So this has just nitrogen, this has only oxygen, this has only fluorine. Well, this one has two types of atoms. They have nitrogen and hydrogen. So therefore, this is a polyatomic cation. Why is it a cation? Because it's positive. This is an anion, this is an ion, this is an anion, but they're all single and ready to mingle. Okay, so when a gas transitions into a liquid, it is a gas transition into a liquid, meaning it's going back into the liquid state, so it's condensing. If you're going from liquid to a gas, you are doing what? That's right, you're evaporating, and if you don't remember that, go look for the video. Go look for the video where I break it down for you. Alright, and 10, air is a fluid made up of many different types of gases. Which gas has the greatest composition in air? And that is nitrogen. Alright, and there you have it. I hope that you got all of these answers correct, or anything 5 and beyond, because you're going to need to stay on top of things. And also when you're studying chemistry, you don't want to forget what you would have learned earlier. So it's always good to quiz yourself and stuff. Like for instance, this test, you can use it. This is not even, this is one of the tests I would have given my students, right, at my tutor sessions. And so you have lucked out. Alright, so good luck in your future endeavors, and see you up next for more of pure and impure matter and the real separatory techniques, or separating techniques. Alright, see you later. See you on the flip side.